Hi, my name is Rosemary Okafor, the author of Akugo, the Of God and Man series, God Michael and Me, God Ugo and Me, and God Benedict and Me, that's yet to be released. I'm here to answer the 5 questions with Bookville. Okay. One, I love telling stories, and I love love. I love romance. I've watched a whole lot of romance movies. I've read growing up, I read a lot of romance books. Basically, we have Mills and Bones and Silhouettes and the Harlequin. Yeah, those are the novels we grew up with. And then we now have Pessetas, Cassava Republic, yeah, publications. Then we have romance, pocket romance here and there. So those books really motivated me into deciding to write my own story. And the first thing that came to mind is to write the Yibo kind of story. I realized that those were not our stories. I realized that we need to tell our own stories. The black people's kind of love, like African love, African romance, and yeah. And I got into it, wrote my first book. The reception was amazing, and I kicked off from there. So, in a nutshell, I just love the African kind of story. So that's why I tell African kind of romance story. Yeah. My characters are, I build my characters around real people. I can count just 2 or 3 of my books that the characters are all fictional. But apart from those few, the others are all based on real life people, real life characters. So yeah, if I can look at a real character, a real human being, a real relationship, a real marriage, and decide to build something around it, you know, I know that readers can easily relate because I am writing real emotions. I'm not saying that fictional characters cannot evoke emotions. Yeah, they can, but then this is just me. I build my characters around real people, And also, when I say the inspiration or inspiration, so I live in the world. I look around. I see what happened in the world. What relationships are. What good relationships are. Bad relationships are, and everything. So if I can think it can be relatable. This third question is like I don't know. You don't put me on this spot because I wrote these characters. They are my babies. I created them. So asking me to choose one from them is it's like asking a mother to choose a favorite from all her children. But let's just say I am. I would have said Akugo because I always tell people that the character Akugo, or the book itself, Akugo, is a tribute to my hometown, Anambra, and Navy, because the story is set in that village, Navy. So it's close to home, close to my heart, and then both the book and the characters, Tobe and Akugo herself, they are close to my heart and close to home. But then I have a character. A Captain Ebube from many waters. So the guy, the inspiration, the guy that gave me the inspiration to write the story, the military man, is a friend, a very, very, very dear friend. So, and now I am working on another story. The main character, the female character, I'm just telling my mother's story. So that seemed to be the one now that's occupying my heart. So I don't know how to answer this story. I have created characters who are so there to me. So I will not say this one is particularly very, 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 very dear. So I don't want to be on that spot. I don't want to. I don't want to. So I can't say this is the one now. And for the book that is so close to my heart, I think my answer is still the same. I, they are all my creations, so I can't really say this one is now. They are all very dear to me. I love them. But when I say equally, not really, not really. How do I balance traditional and modern love in my stories? How do I? Um, First of all, I like tradition. I love historical fiction. I love stories. Like I have said that before. So you will always see me want to sit down and listen to how our people in the past, how they play love, how they see love, how they define love, and all that. A lot of persons will say that their love then seem to be one-sided, seem to be patriarchal, but I think there's something beautiful in those relationships. Then, to from what I read, there's something beautiful about it. And then we are now in a contemporary world, and then things have changed, times have changed, and love is still love, really, but the way people approach it now is quite different, and it's also beautiful on its own. So it's just, I think, it's just to make have a point of convergence of these two era, and then right towards. I have written a story, although yet to be published. A publishing house is handling that now, but it's a historical fiction, fantasy, or some what we call now romantasy. The historical fiction that is dated back at 1894. So you can imagine the romance there. So it's just to bring the two era together, save some, add some, and then let's go. I tend to do what I can to yeah to bring the balance, and so far I have not had readers complain about my stories or trying to balance these two eras become absurd or one-sided. So I think it's going on well. What do I wish to see when African readers, or what do I wish African readers will see or feel when they read my work? I want you, the reader, to get immersed in my work. One, I want you to feel like you are part of the story. I want you to feel love. I want you to feel care. I want you to feel the yearning. I want you to feel the Africanness. There's this spice African. There's this spice in African literature that I also want you to feel there. I want you to feel the Nigerianness, and I want you to you know, I want my story to be so relatable that you are reading it and you are nodding your head. Like, you are not feeling like an alien in a strange planet. You are part of the story, you are in the story, you are feeling the characters. In fact, you can follow them in their journey throughout the whole, from chapter one to the last chapter. And at the end of the day, you are satisfied. I want you to read my book and not easily forget any of my characters. They could be bad, they could be good, they could be villainy, they could be vindictive, they could be unlikable, but you will end up not forgetting them. Like, people don't forget Mezie. Mezie is a terrible, terrible, terrible person in Akugo, but but I guess a lot of persons talk about him so much. So that's the beauty of building a very good, relatable, and unforgettable character. So yeah, I wanted to feel all those. So with that being said, Ngwan, bye.